Okay. Um, Hi. Um, my name is Eisman Rainey. I'm 16 years old, and I'm kind of tired of being skinny. You know, I don't really know how to like start this off. Um, I guess. Well, okay. So today I was gonna do legs. You can see the Smith machine behind me. So I was gonna do legs, but I decided to do legs when I was at school because I have weight training class every other day. So I did legs in class because I figured this first video would be a good like introduction, just to kind of like introduce myself and just you know, I guess kind of tell you why I'm doing this. Um, I don't exactly have the best setup right now. I mean, it's literally my phone propped up against some boxes on this table. Um, so I'm sure it'll get better as it goes on. But anyway, so yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about like why I'm doing what I'm doing. Um, and for those of you who don't know, uh, I I started working out about 2 or 3 months ago, and I fell in love with it. But I've kind of reached where like my peak um, form that I'm at right now. So I decided that I'm going to go in a bulk. The bulk starts hopefully next week. This weekend, my dad and I are going to go get like my meal plan and stuff together. Um, so yeah, that's the plan. But um, you know, I wasn't really like conscious about the way I looked. Like I didn't really care the way I looked up until I was in like eighth grade, uh, or well, actually no, seventh grade, because uh, I started wrestling, and it showed me how like scrawny and weak I was. Like I was good at wrestling. I did pretty good. I didn't win every single one of my matches, but I won matches. Um, but there were times that I would lose to people that were, you know, like 6 inches shorter than me and weighed 20 pounds less than me, but they were kicking my ass. Um, and like it was that like kind of moment where I realized where I need to get stronger. Like I'm not strong. I'm weak. Uh, I'm just scrawny, skinny, whatever you want to call it. Um, and that's like really when I started to become super like self-conscious about the way I looked. Uh, and at first I didn't do anything about it. For a while, I didn't really do anything about it. I went through middle school, and I just, I hated the way I looked. And after COVID happened, that was my opportunity to start. I could have started, but I didn't. I chose not to. I had the ability to, but I chose not to. Um, I chose to sit on my ass and do nothing. And then I come back from COVID, go back to school, and I see people that made like transformations that I didn't even think were possible for some of those people, you know? Um, I watched people that I knew, and that I care about, go from being unhealthy and unathletic to some of the most active people I know. Um, and then, there I was, still just the same skinny white guy who um, had no strength to, I guess, you know, do anything really, do anything competitive. Um, and I just felt like, I guess after COVID, when I saw those people who had made such progress, I just felt like kind of, intimidated. Uh, like now I'm behind everyone, so there's no way I'm going to catch up. Um, and I let that like kind of consume me and take control of me. And it wasn't very good. Uh, and I wasn't in a very good place. I wrestled again and up until freshman year, and then I quit. I just I had an injury that put me out of wrestling, and I never went back into it. and then I watched my best friend. Um, I watched him kind of make a transformation on himself as well, because he wasn't strong. He was overweight, um, and just like me, he hated the way he looked. But instead of sitting on his ass and doing nothing like me, he actually did something. He started going to the gym, and when he went, he didn't stop. It wasn't like I'm gonna go a couple days and then decide, that's it, I guess I'm done. No, he went consistently. So, um, and over the course of about 7 months, I watched him transform. And that was kind of like the moment where I was like, it's possible, you know? Because it seemed like such an impossible task. How could it not? Like, when you're not strong, when you're weak, whether you're skinny or fat, when you're just not strong, when you aren't athletic, when you don't go to the gym, like going to the gym for the first time is like, you don't know what to do, right? You don't, unless you go with someone. Like if it's just you don't know what to do. You don't know what you're doing. Everyone around you is bigger than you. So it's really, really intimidating. And it was for me for the first time. I went to the gym for about a week and then I stopped because I just felt I felt like I didn't belong, because I was just so far behind everyone else. But then I started thinking about it, and I was like, why? Like, why did I stop? Why should I? Everybody in there at some point started from nothing, just like me. And so they know like how I feel, and they know what it's like to be in my position, or what was my position at the time. And that's kind of the moment where I was like, I didn't care about what people thought of me. I didn't care about how people judged me. I just said, fuck it. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna learn how to do these things, and I'm gonna push myself. And I did. And I feel so much better. Like I feel like a new person, honestly. And I know, like, I don't look like it. I don't think I look like it. There's definitely a difference in the way that I look now compared to like 2 or 3 months ago when I first started working out. But it's not really that big of a difference. Like, I guess from like an external point of view. But to me, it is a big difference because, it's more about the way I feel. Like I've gotten stronger. I think I'm starting to like finally reach my limits, which is why I want to go on this bulk. But I feel better, like just as a person. I feel healthier. I feel more confident. I feel like the work that I'm putting in isn't going to waste, which, if I'm feeling like that, then that probably means that I'm doing something right, but who knows? So, yeah. So with that being said, I don't really have any kind of like end goal for the bulk. It's just going to be until I'm satisfied with the results that I have. I have my workout routine set up. I do have to adjust it a little bit because it's a lot. It's a lot for me. I think it's a little bit too much. And I've talked to some other friends and some other people who who know a lot more about working out and things like that than I do. So, and the general consensus I got was, I just got to cut some things out, and then, that's pretty much it. But I know it's like kind of like all over the place. I'm a really good public speaker, I promise. I don't have any like issues with stage fright or, like I love talking to people. I'm a super outgoing person. This is kind of the first time that I've done something like this, so it's a bit new to me, but I'm sure it'll get better as I go on. I'm gonna try my best to like document this as well as I can. I'm gonna try and film as much of my workouts for each day as I can. I can't promise that every single day will be, like a new upload or like it'll be like, not every day I'm gonna have the ability to upload. Like I have life, I'm still in school, and there's other things that I have going on, but I'm gonna try my best. Uh, so just look out for that. If you are watching this, thank you. I mean, really, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm not gonna ask anything of you, really. This is the reason I'm doing this. The reason I'm filming this is because I want to show everyone that it doesn't matter who you are or where you came from, or what your genetics are, or how you live your life. Anyone and everyone has the ability to make a change, a healthy change, to become active and healthy, and to be able to build muscle, to be able to lose fat, or not in my case, but you get what I'm saying. Because I feel like a lot of people are like me and many other people when they first start out, where they just feel so intimidated because when you look online, when you see social media, all you see is the results. You don't see the journey. I'm not saying that that's everyone. There are a few, well, not a few, there's plenty of exceptions of people who have documented their journey from start to where they are now. But I see more of the, here's the results and then here's the tips, not, okay, here's the journey, right? You're gonna follow along with the journey, and I'm gonna show you guys that it's possible. I don't see a lot of that. So that's kind of my goal, is I just want to prove to not only myself, but to everyone else that might see this, that it's possible. It absolutely is possible. And it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard. I'm changing my lifestyle completely. This is a complete 180 from the normal, comfortable lifestyle that I'm accustomed to. So this will be a big change. But I'm gonna push through it. I'm gonna prove to myself that I'm capable of it. I'm gonna prove to anybody who might watch this that I'm capable of it. And yeah. And one other thing too, I've kind of bullied myself over my body and the way I look. And I forgot to kind of mention this, but basically it's what am I gonna do? Am I gonna sit here like a bum and pout about the fact that I am not in the physical form that I want to be in? I'm not as physically capable as I want to be. I'm not as strong, I'm not as big, I'm not where I want to be. But am I gonna just sit around and do nothing about it? Or am I actually gonna, take the time, put in the effort and put in the work to just really get outside of my comfort zone? Because that's what it's about. It's about getting outside of your comfort zone. It's about, pushing yourself past what you think your limits are. Because at the end of the day, the limits that you have are all mental. All of it. It's all mental. There's a saying, it's when you think you've put in 100%, you're actually only putting in 11%, And I mean, I don't know if that's the actual saying, but if it is, then I couldn't agree more. Because that's how I feel about it. I feel that if you don't push yourself, then you're never gonna make any progress. I mean, it's not even just how I feel, it's just a fact. You don't push yourself, you don't go outside of your comfort zone, you're never gonna make any progress. And that's not just with working out, that's in life. You don't get everything spoon-fed to you. There's no secret formula, there's no magic that just gives you everything that you want. You have to work for things. And I think that's one of the hardest things for people to really come to terms with. Not saying that people Not saying that everyone's like that, but I was like that, you know? For the longest time, I was like, man, I wish I had that body. Man, I wish I was as big as that guy. Man, I wish this. Man, I wish that. And I look back and I'm like, why did I do that? Like, that's such a stupid thing to just think about, because there is no amount of wishing that is going to give me the body I want. And I just feel so stupid now, because it's like, instead of wishing for it, I could have been doing it. You know what I mean? I could have been working for it. But I was so just like lazy, I guess, that I just chose not to. And I don't know why. But I'm not going to make that mistake again. I'm going to really put some effort into this, because, you know, I'm at a crossroads, I feel like, where I have to make that choice. Do I want to keep living this comfortable life, or do I want to get uncomfortable and you know, put my body to the test and really prove what I'm capable of? But yeah, so we'll see. I'm excited though. And I'm excited for the people who watch this to see that transformation, because that's really what I want. I want people to see this. I want people to know that you don't have to, you know, you're not a pro. Nobody is a pro. You don't just, you don't just pick up a weight and all of a sudden you know how to do everything. You got to learn. It's a learning process. And I want to show everyone that process, to sort of make it a little less intimidating for other people who are starting out. I mean, shit, I'm a beginner. I've only worked out for 3 months and I'm already going to start doing something like this. So yeah. So good luck to me, I guess.